Aslan and the White Witch are in constant battle. It's a classic battle. And it is our battle. It's our battle. What we see is the forces of dark and light, fear and love, angels and demons. Ultimately, it is the lion-hearted lion Aslan's mystical breath that thaws out those who are frozen to life, that restores them to life. This represents the angel nature in us, the heartening nature that we have when we speak words of encouragement to others and to ourselves. And we have tremendous power. Your words of encouragement to a child, to a friend, to a coworker, to a family member, are powerful beyond imagination. Our mission, we say it each week, is to transform lives through a consciousness of love. That simple act of looking to another and speaking words of recognition and encouragement breathes life into them. It is magical. It is mystical, the effect your heartening words can have upon another and upon yourself. Because you can speak those words to yourself, and the effect is the same. It's the same. We do listen to ourselves, consciously and unconsciously. And there's the witch. The witch represents the disheartening power that we also possess. When we remove our care and attention from any situation, when we become immune or numb or simply indifferent to whatever situation in life in which we are participating, that inattention, that lack of care, can freeze the life out of others and ourselves. From a spiritual standpoint, I say this is critical. Critical. That we understand that we are both the lion and the witch, not the lion or the witch. All of these powers reside within us. They are all part of us. They don't come from somewhere else. In unity, we teach that we have free will. Free will. And free will is a power not to choose between eternally battling exterior forces of good and evil, light and dark. That's not what it's for. It's a power that allows us, there's a new word. Can you edit that? It's a power. That's passion for you. It allows us. Maybe I'll run with it. To choose. To choose. To shift our power from lower to higher and higher to lower, and all the gradations in between. The witch in us, and we all act a little witchy occasionally, but we can restore ourselves to the lion heart in a heartbeat. The lower energy is what we call the demon, the lower vibrational energy. The higher energy is the angel. And the choices we make, moment by moment, throughout our lives, create our lives, and creates the energy that we contain, that we exude. It's tremendously creative. Reverend Diana Scribner Clevenger, a Unity minister, sends out a daily email that I signed up for. And she said, the power of your thoughts is constantly multiplying. Think good stuff. Think good stuff. That might be my last sermon ever. I'll stand up and say, think good stuff. Goodbye. My work is done. In the Lord's Prayer, we hear the words, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And at a time of great need, the night before his trial in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus prayed, not mine, not my will, but thine be done. It's all divine. It's all divine. The world would have us think otherwise. The world would have us think that there are the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the saint and the sinner. And there aren't. This is not the spiritual truth we know. There is but God. There is only God. There is only good. This is the incredibly mystical, magical, transformational truth that you know. The truth that changes your life and the truth that changes everyone else's life that you encounter. This is what we signed up for. To understand this. To nurture this. And to support one another in it. Because is it easy? I can't say it's easy. Does it feel really good when we're there? Good God, yes. But it takes support. It takes nurturing. It takes love. It takes the breath and the heart of the lion to live this life and to give this life to other people. And still in this life, even when we're living from this truth, in this truth, still we are going to encounter suffering. It's going to happen. There's nothing I've studied, nothing I can say, no wisdom I can share, no experience I've had that tells me that there is something we can know or we can do that's going to eliminate every vestige of what we call human suffering. We can do a lot about it, but to eliminate it? In the time of Buddha, there was a woman by the name of Patakara. And Patakara had one of these life-changing moments that human beings do have. She, in a day, due to a flash flood, she lost her entire family and her home. Gone. And when she realized what had happened, she ripped off her clothes and went mad with grief. Mad. And she wandered aimlessly, moaning. She became known as the cloak walker. The one who wanders aimlessly, cloaked only in grief. Completely naked, cloaked only in grief. Well, one day, she happens upon a field where Buddha is teaching. And at first, the attendant monks keep her from coming in. fearing that she is crazed and may harm the Buddha. But when Buddha sees her in the distance, he beckons her. And when she approaches him, he sees and gives witness to her inconsolable sorrow. And it is said that he took her by the shoulders and spoke directly into her raw and broken heart, saying, "Sister, come to your senses." After a while, she calmed, and she spent many, many years with the Buddha studying under him. And yet, even after a number of years of contemplative study, she still was not at peace. She still had not found her place, for she had not yet awakened. And one morning, she was emptying out bath water. And as she did, she noticed that some streams of water were very short, other streams of water were medium, and some trickled a long way from the point that they were poured. And in that moment, she realized that some lives are short, some lives are medium, and some lives trickle a long way from their point of birth. And she dropped her bucket and fell to her knees, and she gently sobbed. And she realized the impermanence and the preciousness of all life. And she also came to understand that all of life's experiences can wear us down to what is essential that moves through us. Something that is everlasting, something that is everywhere present, something that is holy, that moves through everything. That when she stopped resisting the facts of her life, when she contemplated her life, she understood.